welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to spare you a look at our faces and instead just take you on a biking tour of South Padre Island all the way down through Isla Blanca RV Park, the southern tip of the island. And we're going to be starting off here up at Laguna Madre Nature Trail. It's a great little trail for birding. In fact, coming up we will probably be having a video in which we take you out on that trail so you can see some of the cool birds that are out there. From this point of the island down to the Isla Blanca RV Park, it's going to be about a 5-mile bike ride. If you head north on this road, you would come eventually to the end of the road, and there's some sand dunes. You can just basically park your car, your truck, whatever, right on the side of the road, and go hit some sand dunes and be right there on the beach. It's really nice. But we're heading southbound on this road again, just to go down to the RV park itself. This was a bike ride we took multiple times while we were staying on the island. And we're coming up here upon one of my other favorite places, the South Padre Island Birding and Nature Center, which does have a fee to enter, but again, great trails you can walk around on, see some birds. They actually have a alligator preserve there. You can see some alligators, you can see some tortoises. Very cool place. Highly recommend that you guys go check that out, even if it does cost a little money to get in. Okay, I'm gonna peace out for a minute, let you enjoy the ride. I'll pop in when I see some places that we really loved while we were here on South Padre Island. grocery store that we went to, at least most of the time while we were on the island. It was a good little grocery store, had a lot of really cool stuff in it. It was a little overpriced, but we're used to shopping mostly at Walmart, so use that as your comparison point. And again, over here on the left, there's a little ice cream store that we went to a couple times. They had really good fresh smoothies. The pina colada was amazing. Definitely get that. Again, on the left, my favorite food we had the entire time we were here on the island, ceviche. Mind-blowingly good ceviche. If you eat nowhere else on the island, please do that. I promise you won't regret it. Okay, we're starting to get close to the actual Isla Blanca RV Park, which is where we stayed for a month while we were here on the island. And I wanted to point out a really important fact that is hard to find, hard to understand when you first get here, which is that before you get to the actual RV park, you need to stop at the registration office for Isla Blanca RV Park and register. If you get to the actual entrance of the RV park without doing that, they're going to make you turn around, come back, go to the office. So It's right up here on your right. It's right after the KOA. It's a pretty nondescript building. There's no big signs pointing you to it, but there it is, white and blue. You gotta stop here, check in here. They've got plenty of little RV spots that you can pull into right here in the parking lot. You go in, you check in, you get your paperwork, and then you pull right back out and go to the actual RV entrance area. So trust me, save yourself some headaches. I see lots of people doing it. We did it ourselves. Even though we knew we had to check in before we got to it, we didn't see it. We didn't recognize what that building was. So yeah, save yourself the annoyance and stop at that place first. Then you can check in with ease up at the actual RV park entrance. Alright, we're super close to the entrance, and one of our other favorite places to go here on the island. So convenient. Dirty Al's on the right there. Great seafood, really good jumbo shrimp, fried shrimp. We also got like the fried red snapper that was good, and oysters were really good. So it's so easy to just walk right over there, pick up some food, and take it back to your RV in the actual RV park. And this is the actual entrance. So this is where you'll check in every time you have to go through those gates, every time you come in and out of the park. They have like a little card that they give you that you have to swipe with the attendant every time. So, but now we are actually inside Isla Blanca RV Park, one of our favorite RV parks that we've ever stayed out personally. So, yeah, so now we're going to start taking a tour of the actual RV park itself. I'm going to try to be as explicit as I can of where we are in the park, show you a map as we go, and kind of tell you which roads I'm going down and what sites are on those roads. That way, if you're trying to pick out a site that you might like, you can use this video as reference to kind of pick out the place that you want to stay and get an idea of what the surroundings are going to be like in that particular area. It's a really big park, so there's a lot to kind of absorb. So I'm going to start things off by taking basically the route all around the outside of the RV park. Just a nice walking, biking path that you can follow along. This is technically Channel View Loop to Dolphin Cove Loop, basically the western side of the island and of the RV park. Okay, so this is where we break off onto Dolphin Cove Loop. And out here is where you'll find things like the boat ramp. There's also some RV sites out here, although they are just electric and water, I believe. And I didn't see anybody parked out here for that, so I don't think it's a real popular spot for parking your RV. But if you're looking to be like right on the water, you can do that here. It's just you'll basically be in a parking lot. Okay, so these spots over on the right are what I believe are the actual RV spots. Again, it's just a parking lot. Looks like you have electric. I believe there's water there too, according to the website. There is, but nobody here at this point. And then this is the boat ramp straight ahead, where you can put your boat in the water. And that's the view of the channel. So again, we're still on the western side of the island and the park, coming close now to the more southern tip as well, though. getting back on Channel View Loop again. Now we're basically on the very southern end of the island. You're looking across the channel here. You can look straight across to Boca Chica, which this is actually a great spot. This is where we watched SpaceX SN8 launch. It was really cool. I think they're going to be continuing to use that site for a lot of future SpaceX launches. So this is a great spot to come down. You can sit on the rocks. There's some benches and look straight across the channel and see the launch happen. On the right is the Cristo de los Pescadores statue. I probably butchered that pronunciation. Forgive me. It's a pretty iconic statue on South Padre Island. Very cool. Over on the right is Jetties Loop Road. There you can get in that little building. You see they've got like a bait shop. I think there's some concessions. We didn't use it while we were there, but you can get some supplies and stuff for your fishing at that location. Okay, now we're coming up on Gulf Side Loop, which, as the name suggests, is more on the Gulf side of the island. So we're basically facing east on the side of the island. And there's lots of parking on this area where you can come, even if you're not staying in the RV park. A lot of people come down here to park and actually visit the county park itself. Yeah, and you've just got lots of great beach access all along this side of the island, and you're looking right at the Gulf of Mexico from here. Okay, I just want to point out that we're coming up along some areas here where you can actually see some of the RV sites, just so you can kind of see what they look like from this side. This would be sites C457 through C436. Really good beach access, but also right next to the road, right next to the parking lot. So it sort of depends on what you're looking for from an RV site, whether or not these would be right for you. Okay, and if you are interested, they do have some cabanas here. So that's what's on the left are the cabanas that you can rent. I don't have no idea how good they are or anything, but they look nice on the outside. And then on the left here as well are some more RV sites. This would be sites S01 through S09. Again, good beach access, but also very close to the road, very close to some parking. So. The big blue building you see there is actually the marine biology lab. I didn't see anything going on there while we were there, but pretty cool that they have a marine biology lab on site. Okay, and at this point we're heading west on Gulf Side Loop, which is basically taking us back to the entrance of the park, or the northern end of the park. entrance to the park. We're going to head down Park Road 100, which is the main road that cuts through all of the park itself. But first we're going to take a little offshoot here. This is going to be Baltic Sea. And on the left will be sites C322 through C363. And then Sargasso Sea is the road over on your right. And those are sites C364 through C406. This is the southern end of this particular section of the park. It's sites C406 through C398. I think these look like pretty nice spots down here because, again, you have that beach access right across the road there. And then we're going to head up Rucker Street. And this would be sites C242 through C216B. That's on the right. And then on the left is Irish Sea, and that's sites 321 through C283. We're back on the main road, which again is Park Road 100, and we're going to take this little offshoot here and go right down to Atlantic Ocean. There's a couple of dead-end roads right here, so that was one that we just passed, and then this is another dead-end road. Atlantic Road is a dead-end, but that's sites C92 through 98, and that Pacific Ocean is the one over on the left, and that's sites C99 through 103. Okay, so this is Indian Ocean, and that's going to be sites C75 through C83 on your left, and Arctic Ocean on the right, and that's going to be sites C84 through C91. Okay, now we're heading up Aegean Sea, which is going to be sites C67 through C74, and that's on the right. And again, that's Indian Ocean that we just saw on the left. Now we're going down to more C, which is sites C56 through C66. That's hard to say. That's on the right. And sites C30 through C55 are over on the left there. This is Norwegian Sea, so that's sites C29 through C12 on your right, and sites C55 through C30 on your left. This is now Marine Lab Drive, and that's sites C1 through C418 on your right. And if you look to your left, that's going to be sites B43 through B56. So we're making a quick little loop around here. So this is going to hit sites S01 through S09, which were a couple of sites I think I pointed out earlier in the video that you can see from the road. But those here are on your right, S01 through S09. Okay, coming up here on your right is going to be sites C419 through C429. And up here on your left is sites C436 through C457. And again, on the right is sites C447 through C451. These are all sites that have pretty close beach access, by the way. And now we're back on Park Road 100, and we're going to be heading south. I did not go down Emerald Sea, but it is straight across the way there. It's sites C471 through 479. Okay, and these are sites S42 through S35 on your left. And we're going to go down this little loop. This is going to be sites S52 through S60 on your right, and sites S51 through S43 on your left. And now we're entering Ignacio Garza Jr. Street. And that's going to be sites S15 through S23 on the right, sites S34 through S24 on the left. It is a dead-end cul-de-sac. Now we're crossing over onto Dodson Street. Sites C131 through C120 are on your left, and sites C119 and C109 are on your right. Okay, we kind of made a jump back to the entrance of the park, and now we're heading down Carrizales Street, which you're coming from the park entrance and then turning right onto this street. And it's sites C195B through C215 on the right, and sites C174B through C194 on the left. And this is a dead-end street. One thing that Justin and I thought was kind of weird about this park, and I haven't seen before, but I see it on this Carrizales Street and on Turner Street. But you'll notice on the left-hand side, you actually pull your trailer in or your RV straight in. You don't back into the site itself. So it's a very different parking experience, especially for a trailer. You unhitch and then have to back your truck back out. Works really well. The sites are plenty long enough for you to do that. It's just something to keep in mind if you are getting a site on one of that side of the road on these streets, is that don't park it the wrong way, because then your trailer's going to be facing the wrong way and you're going to be looking into your neighbor's windows all the time. Okay, so I've left the best for last, and I'm not just saying that because that's the street we're on. I am just saying it because it's the street we're on. But this is Turner Street, and it's sites C173 through C155B on your left, and sites C154 through C132 on your right. I am coming up the wrong way up here. You would actually be coming from the opposite direction if you were coming on the street. Yeah, this is the last street. Thank you for coming on this little Isla Blanca RV Park tour. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some good valuable information to help you pick a site that's perfect for you and your camper. Go enjoy. It's a great little park to be in. Oh hey, would you look at that? There's us, exploring some more.